weekend vlog. It is Saturday evening. We've just been on a nice pub ride. It's literally like a 10-minute hack each way. And now I'm just going to run through my test on Casper. I was riding Nutty and Michael was on Casper. But yeah, just going to run through my test, and I'm going to get Michael to read the test as I'm running through it, so that we can make sure I've learnt it completely correctly, because this is twice now that I've gone wrong. I've never forgotten it. I've always learnt it, like the twice now. I've just learnt it wrong rather than forgotten it, which is just really frustrating. So yeah, Michael's going to read it as I'm going round. I just check that I have completely learnt it correctly. And then yeah, we're going to give him a bath. I'm on at 10:50 tomorrow, and it's literally 5 minutes down the road, so not an early start, which is quite nice for once. So going to bath him this evening, I'll plait him in the morning, probably do a cleaning tack this evening, and maybe clean my boots tomorrow morning, I'm not sure. But yeah, that is the action plan. And then I also have a photo shoot on Monday, so I've got to get Nutty clean, but I'll probably do that tomorrow after eventing, I would have thought. But there we go. Right, Caspy, let's do some real work. He's all washed and going out in his rug. I'm braving turning him out in just his rug, not his lycra underneath, because it is so warm. Nutty's coming too. Yeah, you're all clean. Hopefully you stay that way, but as I said earlier, our times are like 10 to 11, so we will have plenty of time in the morning should he be a little bit dirty. Not if you're very dirty, Casp, as I still need that. But yeah, happy boys going out to have their tea. It's about 10 to 8, so we're going to go back for a barbecue. Happy boys having their tea. I think we're going to donate that rug to Nutty and buy you a bit of a bigger one, because your bum's hanging out. Hey? We'll go up as soon as he starts eating again. Good boy. And you. Don't tip it all on the floor. Oh well, come on you two. Maple, come on. Right, no, Nutty. Eat quickly. Hey, eat quickly. Everyone's asleep, including that white blob. There is Casper. Everyone is napping. He's not just a white blob anymore. He has sat up. Look at all you sleepy ponies. Oh, very sleepy. Did you have a heavy night? Hey, Casp. Hey, Nuts. Gotta try and wake Caspy up. Morning. Morning, sleepyhead. Do you think we're gonna get this one up? Hey, Caspy. Really hope you found a nice clean patch to sleep in. Hey? Gonna cuddle? Morning. Hello, big man. Good morning. Oh, you're so gorgeous. I am gonna have to wake you up. I am. A little bit grubby this morning. Got shoulder patches and bum patches, and he's managed to unplait his tail. But I'm gonna get on plaiting, and then we'll clean all of these shouldery bits and this up. Hey, good boy. Should we get plaiting? Plaited. They're not too bad. Oh, that was a good crack, Caspy. Now to clean up this mess. I think we go to the wash box, don't you, Caspy? And wash it all off again. And I did chalk your legs, not that you can tell. So they're not very clean. Naughty pony. I'll plait your tail when we get there, because you'll just rub it out otherwise. And you have your ears. We need to make sure we remember your ears. Caspy! Anyway, let's get a move on. We've got half an hour. Casper is hopefully cleaner. Usually this picks it up if I can't see it by eye. But I'd say he's definitely clean. I've re-chalked his legs so they're nice and white. Good boy. A bit cleaner anyway, for sure. Good boy. Let's get going. Come on, dude. Up, 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 up. out, his tail plaited and studded up with the massage pad on, and we're on dressage in about an hour, so we've got to get a move on. But I have realised that, don't rub your pats in the hay. I have realised that we've forgotten the camera, so it'll all be phone footage today, but oh well, I'm sure we'll survive. Right, come on, pull this out the way. Right, I gotta stop filming now. Plaited, that actually looks really nice on camera. It's a little bit skewiff, but I'm gonna go and get changed and then get Caspi tucked up. Oi, stop eating. You enjoying yourself? You're looking pretty clean, aren't you? Good boy. Go. Go, Michael, go, go, go. It's very useful having a groom. Good boy. Right, let's get going. Thank you. Okay, so I don't have my dressage sheet in front of me, but I thought I'd just give you my reactions. So that was a pretty good centre line, very straight. His head was quite steady in the contact. We did lose a bit of balance on the turn, which I felt at the time. But this change of rein I thought was lovely. He was moving quite nicely. His head's very steady and he looks quite nice. Then we go for 2 half 20-metre circles. On this one, I think it was, we got the comment, no suppleness, needs more suppleness, which I couldn't agree with more. He's just falling out a little bit. And then we go into canter. That transition, his head did come up before the transition, so we need to work on that still. It just depends how he's feeling, whether he's feeling a bit more fresh, then he does a nicer transition. But here in the canter, his head did flick once or twice, because you can't tell, but the arena's on a slope from like B to E. That was a very unbalanced transition down the trot. But yeah, the arena's on a slope, so Casper was finding it a little bit uncomfortable cantering around on the slope and on the hard ground. But he did have studs in, so he wasn't going to slip. That was a much nicer 2 half 20-metre circles and a much better transition, although his canter's a bit more 4-beat and now it's more 3-beat. He was just being a bit lazy to begin with. Again, probably the slope and the hard ground. And then I think we have a much nicer transition to trot this time. Maybe not. Not the worst, not great. Here we transitioned to walk and he thought I wanted him to hold, so it was quite a slow start to the walk. And then he walks here and we go on to a free rein. He snatched the rein from me, which was naughty, and we did get the comment more consistent stretch, which yeah, he stretched loads to begin with and then came up a little bit and again. So we need to work on keeping the stretch rather than just snatching the reins to begin with. Then we go back up to medium walk. I think I had a comment resistant to hands, which he is because he thought he was going to trot. And then we trot at D, right letter, and then that's quite nice. I did feel him drift a little bit there, but still quite a nice hold. We got told it wasn't square, but that wasn't that unsquare from that angle. Anyway, I was very pleased and I'll let myself carry on. Done. Very pleased with Caspi. It was on a bit of like a wonk. It's like my fingertips were A and my hands C. It was on sort of like that, not that dramatic, but it was on a bit of a wonk, which meant that he wasn't very sure in canter of where to put his tootsies. So we did slam up his head a bit to sort of stop him from going down the hill as fast, if that makes sense. But apart from that, I was very pleased with him. I think it was a fairly nice test. Michael's guessing 31 and a half, and I'm thinking more like 33. But hopefully that will be good enough. Everyone said it's not a dressage competition today. We're about to walk the cross-country course and find out, so we'll take you along with us because apparently there's lots of like flaring options and fun combinations. Number 1. Very small actually, but not going to complain. Again, fairly simple. Should fly this. Again, quite a nice one. can keep going forward over this angle.
Look for that gap. You're alright.
You can definitely do a circle if needs be, but I think should be alright. So just go, which is quite nice. It's quite big on the base, but should be fine. Quite a nice number 7, but I've got to remember that we're going through that gap, so don't just fly at it. Number 8, quite nice again. We've done this before. Nice big drop here. Is a black flag, I'm presuming, for that one, but that is a long way round. So over here and then to that. Okay, I think we've got this. Loads of room anyway, and he'll fly over there. And after a long galloping bit, the other one's like up there. Come round, don't slip on the corner, but you should be able to canter that quite nicely. There's an A-B with a corner that's encouraging you to run out that way, so pay attention. 12, a table-ish, kind of. Very thin, straightforward, well, straight combination. Nice bit of brush to make you give it some air. After coming all the way up that hill, gonna have to get quite close to the crop in, because I assume we're going to be going right afterwards. So, nice hedge though. Oh, my lens is quite dirty. A ramp. And then over this, which will make it have a little bit of a drop, but not too bad. 16, 17A, through the water and over to C.
At the 90 and the 100 before the water look like loads of fun. I'd love to give them a shot. So they are clear through the penultimate fence, that college fed at 14, so it's on to the final fence for them.
Fence, nice and simple, and the finish flags are quite quick, so that's good. Course walked, and we're just about to get on for show jumping. It is quite a tricky course, but he can do all of it. He's not necessarily the most experienced, so that will be something to take into, sorry, it's going to be awful filming, into account when, you know, going along those tight lines and stuff. I've just got to remember that I do need to ride positively towards them, and hopefully he'll just pick up and go. But yeah, it's definitely not a dressage competition today. There are some tricky lines. Pardon? It's okay. Well done. Anyway, on to show jumping. Hey Gasp, you're looking raring to go.
I'm not going to tell her, if you don't want to know, but the first, third and fifth.
Who's Natalie first?
Whoever goes third and Hayden's fifth. So there's like 3 marks between them, yeah. So there's a 2. Yeah, but Liz Hume did the time, didn't she, on the other one?
Yeah, but they're different courses.
Yeah, they do have slightly longer, but it gives you a good, fair old thought to it.
Jumping all done. Casper was incredible. Me, what do you think, Michael?
Good parts.
Good parts. Basically, I was really fighting the urge to not look at the jump, and when I looked at the jump, we got in deep, and Casper really saved me over number 2. And were there a couple others? Can't really remember, but first one into the double, I was going to push him, and then I thought actually I'll hold him because some people are spooking at it. But then he made us get a little bit deep, but he was fine. And he did rattle the last one, and I thought, you idiot, but he made it clear, so it was okay. Yeah, so clear round. Need more lessons with Richard shouting at me, because the bits that I thought about Richard shouting at me, I rode quite nicely. And when I wasn't thinking about Richard shouting at me, I did not ride nicely. And it's also actually surprisingly upright. The oxes were all okay. I think that's what I was concentrating on, because that's what I was missing up in the lesson. But I need to do the opposite now. Well, not the opposite, just all of it. Think about all of it. But anyway, on to cross country, where hopefully we can have a good round. And the other thing I will add on the show jumping is that when I put Casper in deep in the warm-up, he bronked like mad. So I was thinking about that when I was thinking about putting him in deep. I didn't really want to get bronked off in the show jump arena, because I thought that'd be quite embarrassing. We've realised that he went out on fresh grass 2 days ago, which probably wasn't the best idea before eventing, because he tried to bronk you off last night out hacking. And then, yeah, got a little bit excited in the show jump warm-up. But hopefully that's all out of the system, and we can now go and have some fun around the cross country. I've been told my dressage is a very good school, but I don't know it. I don't want to know it. Do you know it?
You were told well done for your dressage. You don't know how good
No,
that is.
it was a good score or something
Was it?
like that. Very, very good score. I don't know. She said it was good. But I said I don't want to know, because it might ruin my head going cross country. So, anyway, let's get on with it.
Score 33.5. That's put them in third place in section H before the cross country. Katie Gusson and Barbara Luna back with us now. Any moment, trying to get 15.
It's muggy, isn't it?
It's very hot. We're just sat here sweating. So. I'm a bit disappointed you didn't run right round the loop.
Oh, so am I.
Did that yesterday with the dog. Lad.
0.2 two-phase score, 33.2. That was all dressage penalties. Harriet Constable Silver Treasure, we pick up a few of them. They come back to us over the drive. Upturned boats also behind them now. Tom Beavis and Windy Gale from the Even Load Riding Club on the earlier part of the course. Pig Arcs. They go to the Wishing You Well next. Splashing through the water. Put an extra stride in before that table on the way out. Silver Treasure, Harriet Constable, just the last to go, safe clear of that and home.
Oh, I still got my hair net on. Clear think just inside the time. He was so speedy to begin with that we literally cruised from the bottom of the course all the way back, just in a silly canter, which was good because he didn't need to go so fast and he needed a nice cool off period. But so pleased, he literally bossed it. He made it all feel so easy. I messed up the strides a bit and he still was fabulous. So going to check the scores now. Apparently I was third after dressage with a 33.5 and the person in the lead was on a 30.5, so less than a pole in it. So fingers crossed, you're a good boy and good enough, but very, very pleased with him. I can't believe it. Hopefully I've got quite a lot of my cross country, I think, because my friend Jenny was at the big drop fence, and then I think she probably got the hedge as well, and then Michael was getting the first field, so got hopefully a lot on film, and he was epic. Curly, still waiting for the results, but very pleased with him. Happy boy, you got a nice curly tail too. Good boy. Hiding out of the way of the thunderstorm. Caspy's, you can't really see him, he's out eating his hay. The thunderstorm is right on top of us. I mean, it was due at 11, so we've done well to avoid it, haven't we? But we're hiding out and debating whether to take Casper home before prize giving, because we have moved second. Hang on, I should probably tell you. We have moved to second, and I think we've qualified for the champs. Oh, the rain's slowing down. Yeah, I think we've qualified for the champs at Swalcliffe, which is a 3-day event with 2 trot ups. So that would be really cool if we have. If not, it doesn't matter, because he was so good around such a tough cross-country course that I'm really pleased with him anyway, and hopefully means we can go double clear at our next BE and try and still qualify for badminton. But yeah, just waiting for the prize giving now. That's me. I've got a polo in my hand. Desperate. Yeah. Super pleased with him. You would have seen we did come second and team third, and we have qualified for the champs, although that does need to be confirmed by email. But yeah, very excited. So very, very pleased with him. He was such a good boy. Such a good boy. It does mean, however, we will be missing out on the badminton qualifiers at Port Elliot, but we'll have to go somewhere else instead. We will have to go somewhere else, because that was going to work quite well, because we were going to go down to Cornwall anyway. I'm just going to take you along and leave you in Devon, but anyway, we'll go to a different one instead. Good boy.